Morning gardeners, it's Monday the 3rd of August and I thought we'll do a front garden update because we haven't done one in absolutely ages, and moving that plant to there was probably the best decision I could have made because it just looks so pretty. It seems to have come on so much better. I'm going to walk backwards up the drive now. It's such a nuisance having to have so many bins. When we were kids, we had one metal bin and everything went in there. Goodness knows who thought it was a great idea to give everybody 3 bins. And actually, we would potentially have a fourth if I didn't compost all my own green waste. Ridiculous idea. Looks hideous. Goodness knows how anybody with a terrace house copes with all those bins. But anyway, forget it. Right, on the drive there, under the cover, I have carrots coming. So I'm going to walk backwards very, very carefully. These here, I don't know if they're Brugmansia or if they're Jimson weed. I'm waiting to see the first flower. If they're Jimson weed, they're going the journey. And I want to show you here now. Look at this. These, that one and that one there, are grapevine. I took cuttings of, literally just poked them in the soil and they've started to root. This here, that one there, and where's the other, that one there, pomegranate from saved seed from a pomegranate. There's a parsnip. I don't know how the heck that got in there. Now that one in there I do know is a Brugmansia and it's taking a long time to come, which is why I'm thinking, looking at these, they look more like Jimson weed to me, also known as moonflower. They stink to high heaven. I don't know whether the flower smells very nice. We haven't had the opportunity to smell it. If that's Jimson weed, it's going the journey. Beautiful spotted laurel there. I took that as a cutting. I walked past a hedge on a bit rough ground and I took a couple of cuttings and grew them on. And I actually sold several of them as well. So that, brought me a little bit of money in. Cuttings off that, they're dead simple. As you can see, the tomatoes here are starting to ripen. We took a few off yesterday and I cut a lot of the greenery back. The grapevine there on the arch has done nothing. It's been very green and lush, but it hasn't had a single grape on it. Whether that's not a very good place to put it, I don't know. I really don't know. Apple tree is covered, absolutely covered in fruit, and I have taken so many off. That one is a Golden Delicious and they're beautiful, beautiful apples, and I wish you could smell this rose. Pear tree is dripping with fruit, absolutely dripping with fruit. Not a thing on my fig, absolutely nothing on the figs at all. Whether anything will come next year, I don't know. Tony keeps saying just get rid of it, but I'm going to let me have a little look. Looking in the leaf axils, potentially figs. Too late for this year now, but we shall wait and see. If that develops figs this year, we'll keep it. I won't garden this way again. This is a front garden. Look, courgettes and tomatoes. It just looks far too jungly. Busy Lizzies. What a joy they are, aren't they? Oh, those things, you can neglect them, they bounce back. Oh, such a pretty little plant. And the begonias, these are the non-stop begonias. They took a long time to get going, but now, as they say, they don't want to stop. I have a pepper in there. I think it's the blocky variety. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like it could be the miniature, I don't know. Nasturtiums, they are covered in caterpillars. There's another one there, look, let me show you. Absolutely covered in caterpillars. They've been there, and they're doing the job. Nothing else is getting eaten, so they're doing really, really well. You come out here and you'll see a bunch of caterpillars on the nasturtium, and they're doing really, really well. See what I mean about it looking jungly? It just looks really not exactly as you'd like a front garden to look. So I didn't expect those tomatoes to be as sprouty and jungly, but that's fine. Lesson learnt for next year. Underneath the nasturtiums here, I've got sweet potatoes growing in pots. The nasturtiums have flopped all over the sweet potatoes, but there's not any caterpillars on the sweet potatoes. So thankfully, The nasturtiums are, as I say, keeping everything quite safe from one another. More courgettes here. But look at that lovely apple tree as well. Isn't that a beaut? Very, very small front garden. I've got 2 apple trees, a duo pear tree. I have a plum tree, 2 figs and a grapevine. Very small garden. That lily's been beautiful. Really, really lovely. The fragrance of that is gorgeous. And look at all the lovely growth. Can you see the golden yellow growth on the mock orange? Looks beautiful out there. We're starting to get some autumn colours, look. Oh, is it Rudbeckia, that yellow one? Can't remember. I think it's Rudbeckia. And I think they're more an autumny thing than summer. This penstemon flowers its little heart out. It's such a pretty plant. Isn't that lovely? And that's my other fig tree and my little miniature plum tree. We had 1 plum on that last year and it was so sweet. It was gorgeous. Nothing on this year. And that one needs a good trim. I'd completely forgotten about giving that one a good trim. Some very, very dark varieties of tomatoes. I've got a couple in the back garden, a couple in the front. I need to have a little look at my record and see what variety they are. So that is my jungle style front garden on the 3rd of August. I say it's not a style I'll do next year. It just looks far too overgrown. But we will have loads and loads of tomatoes and courgettes. We've had so many courgettes off there. Doesn't that non-stop begonia look like sunshine? Isn't it so, so pretty? And there's a pretty little antirrhinum, they call them. Look at that. You'd think I'd coordinated that carefully. I didn't. I just bunged everything in. And I've no idea what they are coming. But we'll leave them to... Oh, I think there could be antirrhinums. I don't know. We'll leave them to come to something. And I won't weed them out until we know what they are. And I think I'll finish up there on this beautiful, beautiful rose. And I wish you could smell it. The air is filled with the scent, and the sun isn't up yet. It's quite early. I'm an early bird, so it's quite early. But once the sun's on that, the whole drive, in fact, the whole front garden is filled with the scent of this rose. It's beautiful.